KX News Storm Team.
Welcome back to KX News at 5, and here's a live look around the states. Temperatures quite pleasant here today, seeing those low to mid 70s from Minot out through Williston, sitting near 80 in Dickinson, and low 80s here for Bismarck. Notice how those winds are more out of the northwest today. That'll be changing big time as we get into Wednesday and Thursday especially, and as a result trending much hotter as we get into the middle of the week. Right now there are some light showers just towards the Bottineau area, just north of Willow City. Back towards the Rolette area and tracking towards the east-southeast. Nothing really severe here for us. That's kind of it for our neck of the woods as far as the precip is concerned. There is still an active and a confirmed tornado, as a matter of fact, right now. This warning's been here for the better parts of an hour. It is just towards the east of our DMA right now, hence the lack of continued coverage there on that cell. But again, just shows you how close we came today to possibly getting some severe systems. But as I said, most of those systems will stay off towards the far east as we head into tonight. Bigger picture wise, as far as the overall pattern is concerned, this little itty bitty area of low pressure is now off towards our eastern tier, giving our eastern friends some of those severe storms right now. We have this area of high pressure building out towards the west. Right now we're on the front side of that high, meaning the winds are more out of the northwest as we saw, keeping it comparatively speaking a little cool here today. But the caveat is all this is going to move off towards the east over the next few days, and as that happens, this area of high pressure will set up shop right about here, and as that happens we'll get to the back side of the high, meaning the winds will shift to more out of the south and we will get much hotter, as we'll see right here. So right now sitting in those 60s in some areas to the far north, quite pleasant. Rugby 71, Minot 71, 77 out towards Watford, some 80s towards the south. But if we go ahead and flash forward kind of into tomorrow, going to be those mid 80s for our central areas, maybe even some 90s out towards the west as early as tomorrow, sitting near 80 back towards the eastern tier. And then as we get into our Wednesday, probably the hottest day we'll have of the week, pretty much all of us stand a good chance at getting into those 90s, some 96s for our central friends. Look at that, 99 for the Magic City. Out towards the western tier, some 103s in the portions of northeastern Montana. It's getting progressively warmer day by day as we get into the middle stages of the week. And here's the overall pattern flow right now. So we had this big old ridge kind of building over the central tier of the country. Whoop, up it goes and back down as you push off towards the east. And this ridge axis being right through center mass across the plains, going to allow all this moisture to fuel in from the Gulf, going to get nice and humid and much hotter as we just saw as we get into Wednesday and Thursday. And as a result of that humidity and the heat building by the middle of the week, there is a marginal risk for severe storms for Wednesday, probably for Thursday as well. Right now it's kind of complicated. There are still some inhibiting factors we think that may prevent a lot of systems from firing off. We'll see, of course, how things play out. But for now, just be aware Wednesday into Thursday, some storms could be there once again. Looking at Williston's next 5 days, what else can I really say? 87 to 99 over the next 2 days. But notice, though, how we go from 99 to just 74 there by Friday. This cool-off period right here going to give us some possible storms as we get into the middle of the week. And Dickinson, a similar trend. Wednesday, a high of 97 is by far the warmest day of the next 5. And again, low 70s as we get into that Friday. And looking at Minot's next several days, tomorrow should be in the mid 80s. Wednesday, let's just see if we can get to 100. It is certainly possible. 40% chance of storms right now for Thursday afternoon and evening. And then Bismarck tomorrow, 85, 96 for Wednesday, and then 90s, 70s, 80s, 90s, typical summer as we go through July.
So it's these high spikes here, I guess, when everybody's at work. Yeah, settle back down by the time the weekend rolls around. That's not so bad.
Yeah, it should be okay. I mean, it's going to be hot, obviously, midweek. Most of us should be at work. Maybe a few stressful days for our farmers with that peak heat, but we'll be all right overall.
We'll just see what the rest of the week has in store. Kenny, thanks so much. Still to come on